Hi Capricorn, welcome to your May 2015 reading. My name's Mary. I'm an intuitive and animal pet communicator. For this month I'm using the Doreen Virtue and Radley Valentine Angel Tarot cards and the Celtic Cross spread. So before I get into your reading, just a couple of things. Firstly, I do personal readings, and if you would like a reading for yourself or for your pet, there are two ways you can contact me: via Facebook and message me there, a private message that is, and also through my email, maryintuitive@outlook.com, and I'll leave the links down below. So these monthly readings are general, but they tend to be quite specific as well, in regards to one or two things that the guides are wanting to share with you. And when you get a personal reading with me, it is just that. It's much more personal. My skills as an intuitive reader is that I tend to get to the heart of the matter, or the root causes of things, and that's just something I've discovered for myself, and also what I get told. I liken it to, you can spend a year in counselling to get to the heart of something, or you can get a 40-minute reading and get to the heart of it that way. And that's not me just saying that. That's well, firstly, it is what I do know that is where my trait is. My intuitive traits tend to go that way, and also what I've been told by customers as well. So one of my skills as an intuitive reader is being able to get to the root causes, or the heart of the matter. Secondly, it is my animal communication skills, and there are different types of animal communicators, and different types of, or different ways or skills in regards to animal communication. So healing is one of them for me, and being able to connect what's going on with you in regards to your pets. So pets can come into your life for a reason, and they have lessons to help you learn through them. And also just the animal communication, like just communicating with the animal. So those are, every intuitive reader has lots of skills, and they also have particular skills that they're very, very good at. And I find that's how the guides work with you, or the angels work with you. They work with the skills that you have. So if you would like to get a reading from me, that you've been given some information there. Now, with your as I was shuffling your cards, I kept hearing the words puppy love and love forever, and seeing clairvoyantly the peace sign that you would make with your hand, although it seemed a little bit crooked, like it wanted to be straightened out. So those are some messages that will probably be showing up in your reading in regards to that puppy love, and peace. And also, I'm getting back into doing the monthly readings because I feel that guidance to start doing them again. And I noticed that they have links to the vibrational abundance video clips that I did for each sign. I think it was in January. So it feels like the monthly readings are more assistance coming through for you in regards to your abundance video for the year, which for you, Capricorn, is your vibration to work with or to be aware of is creating harmony in your life, so that you create harmony in your world. Okay, so I'm going to start with the past card. It is the Eight of Earth, and this is the card of learning. So in the past, it does feel like for Capricorns, there's been learning, either literally studying, and it feels like an apprenticeship. And now you're getting to that point where the apprenticeship is ending because you can move to the next step, like you're getting the diploma now or the certificate. And for others, it's like being in that apprenticeship stage in a career. And now that's coming to an end and you're taking the next step, like maybe becoming certified now. And also, there's learning in regards to relationships and you know, it's that apprenticeship of understanding the disharmony and how it happens and how do you create harmony in your relationships. And that has been in an apprenticeship stage because I keep hearing karmic, this life. And so sometimes karmic can be things from past lives, but I'm hearing in regards to learning about harmony and disharmony in relationships, you know, your world. There are karmic things about it. For an example, to give, you know, just to give you an example, when you think about your vibration for this year, the guides are pointing out that it's creating harmony in your world. And so when you think about in the past, maybe the last few months or the last few years, about the disharmony in relationships, and I don't mean little things, I mean things that where you literally did learn something, like a life learning kind of thing. And so that can be karmic because it helps you now with this vibration you've got to work with this year. That's going to help you with abundance. And so it feels like you're coming out of an apprenticeship stage and you can move to the next level. Okay, so this is the subconscious card, and just to let you know too, Capricorn, that what I've decided to do so that the videos upload quicker for me and saves me time is that, you know, I'll be uploading the videos bit by bit, which means, and then putting the whole video back together again, because YouTube allows you to do that. Because I found that 1 minute of video that I upload from New Zealand, and I'm on wireless and so on, so that's pretty good, but I find still that 1 minute can take up to 4 minutes to upload on YouTube. So, you know, if it's a 20-minute video, it can take 80 minutes, and I find that I have to stick around while it's uploading because it does weird things like pauses or gets put into a queue and all sorts of things. So if you find that throughout the video that, like, for a second it looks weird, or my, you know, voice changes and stuff, it's probably where I've connected the video, you know, all the little parts back together again of the video. So just to let you know that. Okay, so here's the subconscious card, and in it we have the Knight of Air, and with this card, I'm hearing healing is required, and it feels in regards to a male. For a small group of you Capricorns, I'm also hearing the ethers, so it feels like a deceased paternal male. There's some kind of healing required in regards to him. So this could be, you know, because I'm hearing paternal, so it's like a father, grandfather, uncle, someone like that. And it's the kind of thing where, you know, the person may have passed away a few years ago, or even quite a few years ago, and, you know, you may not have even realized that there was healing required, and perhaps this person starts popping into your mind, and then you may start looking back at your childhood or looking at your family and noticing that healing is required. It's that kind of a feeling. And for others, I'm hearing unrequited love. And for others, I'm hearing children, like a son, a nephew, a grandson. And for that person, it feels like healing is required. And because this is the subconscious card, it's like it's you know, that kind of feeling or thought popping into your mind and maybe your heart, that healing is required in regards to a male. So Capricorn, we're going to move on to the future card for you, which is the Two of Water. And so in the future, you know, what I'm hearing is that there are resolutions available, and don't give up. you know, so those are the two main things that are coming up. Resolution is available to you, and don't give up. I feel that for some of you, you know, there's this healing that is required, is going on in the future, and you're being reminded not to give up, and reminded that the resolutions are available. And, you know, for some of you, I feel that it has to do with, again, a male, which could be children as well for some of you. And there's a sense of in the future that part of the healing that is required is that perhaps you may need to apologize to someone or others, a male, or you may need to receive or accept an apology from another person. Yes. And again, for a small group of you, I'm hearing again the ethers that a deceased loved one has kind of got your back or helping you out, letting you, like bringing to your subconscious or to your attention that healing is required in regards to a male. But again, the message of the future card is to not give up, and that there are resolutions available. Okay, so now we're going to move on to this card, which I normally take as the challenge. Well, I mean the Celtic crossbreed, it's the challenge card, but I am hearing it's the block card rather than the challenge card. So, you know, I would normally say here's the challenge for the month. So instead I will say that this is what could be blocking you this month of May, Capricorn. Okay, so it is the ego card, and Archangel Jophiel could help you with this if you ask for Archangel Jophiel to help you. And so, you know, as soon as you see that it's the ego, then it feels like there may be a need to release the ego or to understand an aspect of ego. And so, for this reading, I keep hearing the word hoarding. You know, like it's the collecting of things. In a manner that's like hoarding. So here we have this person who has a mask on, and he's holding this thing that looks like a shield or a belt, and it's jewel encrusted, and you know, there's this sense of hoarding again. So perhaps you've been working really hard and you've earned things and you've bought things, and it's like you're really wanting to hold on to them and protect them, and not share them or not even let others know about it, like family members. You don't want anyone to know about it. It's yours, kind of a thing. And I keep hearing the word hoarding because it's kind of like hoarding. And for others, it could be in regards to puppy love, like a relationship that you're in, and it's almost at that you know, the apprenticeship stage is kind of like ending, and now there's the next step, and perhaps there's a sense of hoarding in regards to a relationship as well. Perhaps wanting to keep this person all to yourself, not wanting to let others know or share this, you know, it's that sort of stuff, that kind of hoarding. So because this is the card that is you know, this is the issue that could be blocking you this month, a sense of hoarding, then the question to ask then is, you know, why do we hoard? And so now I'm being reminded of this card that fell, and I put aside for you, and on it it says believe in yourself. So sometimes then I guess that when we are hoarding things like material possessions or relationships and that sort of thing, and I feel family, there are family links to this, it can be because perhaps the ego, it's an ego aspect because there's a need to believe in yourself, and perhaps trusting in yourself, and or trusting in the universe, so to speak, so that you would not hoard, I guess. I guess if you're hoarding like materialism things, then perhaps it's because you might feel inside that you wouldn't be able to replace it, that you wouldn't have the capabilities to replace it, or something like that. So that's coming up as what could be blocking you, Capricorns, this month. Is something to do with the ego, and in particular some kind of a hoarding going on. And most likely, if you were to ask what could be the cause of it, it comes down to believing in yourself and believing that there is enough to go around, that sort of thing. Okay, so now we're going to move on to the present card, which is the Queen of Earth. Now, I feel this is the same message here. The present card is the same message as what could be blocking you. It's the same message of the ego and a sense of hoarding. And it's the kind of hoarding that can block. So here we have this queen, a very beautiful queen. And I get a sense of her beautiful wings, that it's had some repairs done to it. You know, so this queen has had some trials, had some difficulties, maybe some disharmony in relationships and so on. The kind of disharmony where there is definitely learning going on, a karmic type of learning. And here she has her bundle, her pot of gold, and you can liken this to her abundance, material wealth, relationships and so on. And this queen has a choice. You know, she has created this, and she can hold it close to her and ensure no one takes anything from it, and be very protective of it, because it is hers and she's created it. Or she could do something else, like sharing out the abundance. And so again, you know, the two cards seem very similar, except that the present card kind of shows the surface of what's going on in the present. There's a sense of holding on to what you have, and being quite protective of it. And here we have that the block card, where it's the same message, except it's stating that this holding on seems to be similar to hoarding and is a block. And you know, as we get on throughout the reading, we have more cards. We'll find out more information for you as well. And so Capricorn, let's have a look at this card and a quote from it. So, let me see. Here's what I want to read to you. I need to put it here so I can see it. The truth is, however, is that we never let ourselves down. When we believe in ourselves, we can do and accomplish anything. We all have the strength, courage and wisdom to achieve anything, but it is only when we take a chance that we prove this to ourselves. Your greatest accomplishments start with you, so decide what your next accomplishment will be. Then take a chance, work hard and believe in yourself. Remember to be proud of yourself when you finish. And so with this hoarding kind of thing, you know, the message coming through this card is that basically that you can never let yourself down, and that you can accomplish things, and you have the strength and courage and wisdom to achieve anything. But it is only when you take that chance that you prove this to yourself. And so I feel that if you find that perhaps maybe there is a kind of hoarding thing going on, then you know, releasing the ego helps you to get back to believing in yourself, that you know what, you are capable of creating more, you are capable of replenishing your resources, you are capable of sharing, you can trust in the universe, you can trust in yourself. Okay, and this is the aim of the month. So here we have the release card with Archangel Azrael on it. And I'm hearing right away, walk with trepidation. And so, you know, if I go back to the apprenticeship stage and how that seems to be ending, and you're moving up a level, moving to the next step, you know, there is a sense of moving on, moving forward. And, you know, this card is reminding you to not give up in the future, and to know that there are resolutions. This card, the subconscious, is saying that healing is required in regards to a male, and for a small group of you, there'll be links to a person that is deceased. This card here is also saying that in the future you may be giving apologies or receiving apologies, and also there's a sense of perhaps forgiving others and accepting forgiveness from others for something that might have happened. Now here we have the aim of the month. That is, the aim is to walk with trepidation, and you know, here's this person about to walk forward, and these could be thought of as rocks or flowers. And if they're rocks, it's like this person would have to walk with trepidation because they wouldn't want to stub their toes on rocks, right? For your message, the aim of the month, it's as if you could think of each of these rocks as an aspect of your life. Perhaps one represents your father, another represents your partner, another represents your children, another represents your career or colleagues, and so on, right? And as you move forward, because definitely it is good for you to move forward to the next step, the next stage. But as you move forward, understanding that all the different aspects, you would walk with trepidation, and because you're wanting to create harmony in your world. And you create harmony in your world by creating harmony in your life. And so you could think of these as rocks, the various aspects of your life, or you could think of them as flowers. And are you going to step on them as you move forward? Or are you going to walk with trepidation because you want to create harmony? And so I feel that's the aim, that's the message of this card. Your aim for the month is that, yes, it's time to move forward. Don't give up. There are resolutions. Healing is required in regards to a male. You may need to release the ego if there's a sense of hoarding going on, which may, again, link to self-esteem or belief and trust issues. You are capable. And so as you walk forward into, to the next step, you want to walk with trepidation because you want to create harmony in your life and create harmony in your world. Okay, so let's move on to your hopes and fears, and there are two cards for your hopes and fears. We have the Ace of Earth and the Two of Air. And so, for Capricorns, travel's coming up quite strongly, and so I feel that for some of you, literally, there'll be opportunities to travel, or you may be needing to make decisions in regards to travel. Perhaps this apprenticeship thing, you've finished the training, become certified, got your diploma, and now there's an opportunity to travel. Or career, you've finished the apprenticeship stage, and there's a chance to travel for your work or something. And in regards to relationships, it could be something like, you've been at the one stage of a relationship with your partner and you're both now ready to move to the next stage. Perhaps that is moving in together. And again, you're being asked to walk with trepidation. So there seems two types of travel. Literal travel for some of you, and an emotional journey type of travel. And so the person that would perhaps be moving in with the partner and getting a house together, that can be like that emotional travel, the next stage. And perhaps one of you have children, or perhaps both of you have children, and so you're needing to walk with trepidation as you move forward on that next step, because you want to create, the aim is to walk with trepidation too, because you want to create harmony in your life. You can think of those white things as rocks, or you can think of them as flowers. But either way, rocks or flowers, they are aspects of your life, and you want to create that harmony. Perhaps there could be issues with exes then, if you were to move in with a partner, and that sort of stuff. So, that seems to be the message. And here we have, again, I'm hearing that there are opportunities around you, and there seems to be a stalemate, indecision. And I guess that would make sense, especially if there's some kind of a travel opportunity or an emotional journey type of travel for you Capricorns. You know, you may feel indecisive. You may feel at a stalemate. But again, the aim of the month is to walk with trepidation as you move forward, because you want to create harmony. That's why you want to walk with trepidation. It is to create harmony in your world. Again, this card is saying in the future, don't give up, and that resolutions are available. And apologies, you know, I just keep hearing apologies. So you're either giving apologies or others are apologising to you for something. So these are the hopes and fears card. So perhaps you're hopeful about this opportunity and perhaps fearful as well, because it may require finding a resolution on how to create harmony. Okay, and this is your advice card here, and we have the Ace of Fire. You know, and this card says, an exciting new opportunity, career advancement, and change your life now. And I'm really drawn to that saying, change your life now. And so, and I'm being drawn back again to the release card and the ego card. And so I feel that the advice, the message from the advice card, you know, it's a starting card, is to start that move forward, because the apprenticeship stage is ending and you are on that next step. You know, the advice is to step with trepidation, is to walk forward with trepidation, because you want to create that harmony in your life so that you can create the harmony in your world. And you are also being reminded to release the ego. Perhaps you may need to forgive or give apologies or accept apologies as well, and do some healing, or find out that there is healing required in regards to a male as well. So that's the advice card, is basically just advising again about moving forward, and moving forward with trepidation so that you can create that harmony. The outcome card is the High Priestess. It has Archangel Haniel on it, and right away I'm getting this feeling of that there's some indecisiveness still around, and you know, this could be because, you know, I don't see it as a bad thing. I see it as that since your advice and the aim of the month is to move forward, and to move forward with trepidation, then it's not surprising to me that your outcome in regards to this situation, in regards to a male, that there, or an opportunity, perhaps a travel opportunity, or that healing is required in regards to a male or children. So therefore it doesn't surprise me that there may be some indecisiveness. I'm hearing again, don't give up, there are resolutions available, and continue moving forward, and move forward with that trepidation. And I'm just seeing if there's anything else. You know, you may be having experiences this month as well that all has to do with stepping with trepidation about creating that harmony in your life and in your world. The last card I want to draw is the external card. It is the environment, the people, the energy around you that has an influence on you. Here we have the Ten of Earth. So Capricorn, with the Ten of Earth, you know, there's this very happy family of fairies here, and I'm really noticing the children, and this fairy here with the green wings usually represents, you know, the colour green usually represents healing. We've got the blue here, that communication, and the purple here, that intuition, and this one here with the blue, white and yellow, communication, clarity and self-esteem. You know, there's all these aspects of, I guess, what you think of as happy families, right? Our happy families have healing properties, and we learn how to communicate, and some of us may be really into our intuition, and some of us also may have communication or clarity difficulties or self-esteem stuff showing up as wonderful things that we get from our family, but also some issues that can come up in families, because there's a sense of false pretenses here. And again, this is the outside influence that's influencing you or this situation. So, to give you an example, if we look at these two children here, and, these siblings, as little kids, they got on, they were happy, they would have had their squabbles as siblings do, but they generally were happy and got along. And then as they get older, things change. Perhaps sibling A does well financially, and sibling B struggles, and yet there's still this happy families going on, but now there are some little differences showing up. And then some more years go by, and perhaps now sibling B starts to attain material abundance, and may not want to share it. They may begin hoarding it because of the struggles in the past and so on. And so, and yet at the same time, when that sibling B is kind of like hoarding or not wanting to share or not even wanting to let the other sibling know about how they're accumulating material wealth now, that sort of thing, right? So that kind of thing going on, like the undertone, and yet playing happy families, or trying to play happy families, trying to get to be this happy family situation again, but there's those underlying tones, and that's the kind of energy that seems to be in the air, so to speak, or influencing it. So it's good to be aware of that, and so it helps to understand perhaps if there's any hoarding going on, and that again, believe in yourself, believe in your capabilities, believe that if you were to share, it's okay to hold on to your things, but if it feels like it's hoarding, then one of the reasons for hoarding is because of perhaps feeling like you're not capable of gaining more or replenishing it, or that it's going to be taken away from you. So you've been asked that this could be a block for you, and you've been asked to release that. And what was this card again? Oh yes, and not to give up. Not to give up. There are resolutions, and it does require that you do move forward. It is time to move forward, to take that next level. And you're being reminded to walk with trepidation. And why do you walk with trepidation? Because you can see these white things as rocks and stub your toe, or you can see them as flowers. Either way, they are the aspects of your life, the people, the situations, and you walk with trepidation because you want to create harmony in your world. So, thank you for listening, Capricorn. I hope you found this reading helpful, and I look forward to reading for you next month. Bye for now.